It's Prime Day! If you guys are returning, welcome back. If you are brand new to the channel, hopefully you get some good information and find some good deals today in this video. Now, I've been telling people to wait and not make purchases because Prime Day is coming up, and so far that has been a good suggestion because we're finding some really good deals, and that is what I want to cover in today's video. Now, I have partnered with a few brands. I have also physically used and or am currently using all the products that we're going to be talking about in today's video, so I do have personal experience with them. So rest assured what we're talking about is going to be good stuff. Now, if this is your first time here, I do want to mention that I have an Amazon storefront where I'm going to be curating all of the products that we find, all of the deals, because we're not going to be covering them all in today's video. I do value your time and I don't want to make this video super long, so I'm not going to be diving deep into any of these products. I will lightly be touching on each one of them, kind of explaining them, showing you the deals, and letting you guys decide what you want and maybe dive a little deeper yourself. I've done videos on a lot of these, so you guys can check those out, but I'm gonna show you my Amazon storefront. If we take a look over here, I currently have 130 items and I am still adding more to it. But here are all the deals. You can see the percentages that they're going to be having off, so 30% off, and you can just scroll down from here and see everything. As you go down, the list will just repopulate or add more things to it, but there's a lot of stuff here for you guys to look at, and I will leave a link to the storefront in the video description for you guys to check out. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and start diving into some of these deals. All right, so the first one here is one that I have in every video that I do because I just love them so much, and that are rechargeable batteries. I now exclusively just use rechargeable batteries in everything, and I love it. I love that I can pull the battery out, charge it back up, stick it back in there. I don't need to be throwing batteries away or purchasing more batteries. They're 28% off right now. So a 16 pack is only $13. That's less than $1 per battery. That is a good deal and something that I really like. The next thing here up on the list is going to be the EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra. So this bad boy right here is something that you would get to power your entire house. If you are in an area that maybe has storms or you lose power a lot, something like this right here is going to be able to power the entire house. Now, it's going to be as small as 6,000 watt hours, but if we take a look, it can go all the way up to 90,000 watt hours. Absolutely huge. You can add all of these batteries to it, making it as big as you want to. Maybe you want to start out small, and as time goes on, add more to it. This thing is going to be a great option for that. So right now, this unit right here, which is just the unit plus one battery, is 37% off. Now, I know this looks expensive, but compare that to something like a Tesla Powerwall, which is going to be what, anywhere from 10 to, what is it, 12,000? For one of those, this is a fraction of the price and definitely something worth looking into. Now, another option here from EcoFlow is going to be their Wave 3. So I did a video on this one. This one is actually pretty cool because this is a portable air conditioner, something that you can use in an RV, a camper, a tent. The tent is where I use mine, and it is really cool. You can plug solar panels into it to make it last longer, but this is essentially a portable air conditioner. Now, it does come in two options. You can get it with the battery or without the battery. This one right here is with the battery, and it is 39% off. Now, I mentioned that I did use it in my tent, and surprisingly, it made a huge difference. I recommend checking out that video if you guys want to know more. Also, EcoFlow is just having lots of deals on a lot of their stuff. So here is the EcoFlow Amazon storefront. So you can check this out and kind of just go through all the EcoFlow stuff. We're going to be hitting a few of these different stores for other brands, but this is a place that I like to go. If you're not really sure what you want, or maybe the size that you want or the version that you want, go into the store of the actual brand is a good way to kind of find some good deals that are happening. Next up, I wanted to show you guys the Blink Outdoor 4 camera. Now, this one's just having an incredible sale right now. Over 50% off. We have 55% off limited time. This thing is $45. Now, this is Blink's newest camera. It is a 1080p camera, $45 for each one of them. That is a great deal right there. If you do have older versions, always be sure to check out if there is a trade-in value. So you can save an additional 20% if you maybe trade in your old Blink camera. So something definitely to look at. Next up here, we've got the Blink Mini 2. This is the newer version. This is their indoor version. It does have to be plugged in, so no batteries with this one. But it's the indoor version. I believe it comes in, yep, we got black and a white version right here, 50% off, $20. I believe you can use these outdoors too. So if we take a look here, yep, outdoor use. So you can actually use these outdoors. Just make sure that the plug that they're getting plugged into is covered up because you don't want water or any of the environments getting into it. So do keep that in mind. But otherwise, these can go outside too. They do have a light on top of it. 50% off, 20 bucks. Might be worth getting a few of these around the house. All right, next up here, we have got the Chef IQ. I love this thing. I actually picked this up, I think it was last year, and it's probably one of my favorite barbecue accessories. So I picked up the 3-pack, as you can see right here. What I like about this is that the base itself can be used as like a hub. So if you pull one of these guys out and turn on the unit, it is going to communicate and connect with this right here. So even though it also connects with my phone and I'm gonna get notifications on my phone, if I have this, say, in the kitchen, this will notify me when it's hit certain temperatures or when things are going on. So I like that this is kind of an external base station with a speaker built into it, in addition to getting all the notifications on my phone. I've been using these for, like I said, the last year, and I love how accurate they are. I will say that the previous temperature gauges that I was using, which I did get on a bargain basement deal, were definitely not as good as these guys. My cooks have turned out a lot better because of these right here. Now, this one here that we're looking at is a single. So one of them right here, 51% off. You can pick up the 2-pack right here, which is going to be $139, but I gotta say, this is an amazing product. Not sponsored, I did pay for it myself, but I do definitely like these guys a lot. The next thing that I want to take a look at is the Aqara Hub G5 Pro. Now, I just got this. Let me tell you, the image on this camera is probably the best that I've seen from any security camera out there. This is what the camera looks like. So I do have it pointed down, but the camera is right there. This thing is kind of big, but it's also doubles as a hub for the Aqara smart home system, which is just another plus to me. So this is my hub and a camera built in one instead of having two separate ones. This thing is so nice. It's got a bright spotlight here on the front. It also has color night vision. So even if there is no light or you don't want to use the spotlight, this thing can pick up color when there is no light on. So an absolutely fantastic product. I would recommend if you were looking into any kind of security camera, this is the one I'd recommend. It is 28% off. You can pick it up for $129. It does come in black and white, so you got a couple of different color options right there. And you can also pick up the PoE version. Another thing to mention with this one right here is if we take a look, we see that it pretty much supports every smart home system out there, whether you're Apple, Samsung, IFTTT, built on Thread, so it is a border router. Matter, that is huge. Alexa, Google, all that good stuff. So this thing kind of does it all, and something that I'd recommend grabbing if you are in the market for something like that. Now, Aqara also has this smart lock right here. So if you are looking for a smart lock, this is going to be a good one to check out. This is their U50. So they've got a U50 and a U100. The only difference between the two is that the U100 is going to also have a fingerprint reader, but this one right here is going to be a lot cheaper, and the only thing it's missing is a fingerprint reader. But the other ways that you can actually use this lock is you can use the PIN code on the front. You can slide down the front of it to use a physical key if you want to do that. But this thing also does Apple HomeKey, so you could put your smartwatch or your phone up to it and automatically unlock the door, which is really cool. Since I've been using mine with the watch or the phone, I don't even use my fingerprint reader anymore. So this is a great option for you too. 33% off, $100 for this guy right here. Love seeing that. If you want to see more of the Aqara stuff, they have got a ton of stuff. So I'll let you guys take a look at their storefront. If you want to pick up like additional accessories, we've got motion sensors, their smart plugs, their light switches. I actually have a lot of Aqara stuff in this house and I really do enjoy using it. Next up on our list, we have got the Belkin 3-in-1 travel charger. I don't even know if this is referred to as a travel charger, but I use it as a travel charger. And in fact, I just recently did a travel video on a lot of cool tech you can take while traveling, and this was one of the products right here. So that is what it looks like. You can go ahead and put your phone on it like this. I've got a spot for my watch. There's even a spot here for charging up your headphones. And like I mentioned for traveling, I just unplug the USB-C here on the back, Everything folds down flat. I just stick that in my backpack and take it with me. I just got back 2 days ago from taking a trip to Colorado, and yeah, just threw this in my bag, take it with me, and off and running. Next up here, oh, this is part of the travel video that I did, are the XREAL glasses. So these are AR glasses. I literally use these every single day. So now at night, instead of watching TV and it being loud and my wife wants to go to bed, but the TV's on, I use these every single night. So I put these on right here, and I have a massive screen in front of me, 147-inch screen pasted up on the wall. It is going to come with the cable that you need. It's going to plug right into the back of here. The other end will plug into your phone, USB-C. So I plug that in to load up YouTube videos, Disney Plus, whatever you want, load it up there, lay back in bed. The audio is amazing on this too. And something that I was surprised with this one too is that I thought with the audio that like everybody around me was going to hear what I was watching, which would be annoying for the people around me. But I was surprised that maybe outside of 2-3 feet, you couldn't really hear it, even though I could hear it really good on my ears. So definitely worth checking out. It's way cheaper than the Apple Vision. Those really expensive $4,000 Apple Vision ones, much cheaper here. 21% off. Love this thing. Like I said, I use it every single day. Next up here, also on the travel video, is the Sony Field 1. So here it is right here. It's got rubber around the sides and it kind of like lips up a little bit, which I like. So that way when you set it down, if it rolls around at all, it's not gonna ruin the fabric on here too. So I like this one. It's got a great base to it. Also, we have got the ULT button right here. So the Sony ULT, if you want to turn up the bass and really get bassy with this guy, this one is going to be awesome. I love this one. I've tried out a lot of the other Sony ones. This one to me is the perfect size for sound, and you can now get it for under $100, $83 for this thing, 36% off. Definitely recommend taking a look at this one. Next up here, we have got the brand new Sony Bravia 8 Mark II. This thing is an absolute beast of a TV. It is Sony's flagship OLED TV. This is the Mark II version right here. So it's the brand new one, just came out this year. It only comes in 55-inch and 65-inch, but the colors on it are amazing. I had the older Sony Bravia 7, which was their mini LED TV, which is better for like bright rooms, and my room has a lot of windows in it. So the mini LED is going to be better for that one, being a little bit brighter. But with the OLED TV, it's going to be better for darker situations, darker rooms. Not that you can't use it in a bright room, but the OLED is going to be a little bit more designed for darker rooms. I was blown away. I mean, I already had a new Sony TV, and this one was amazing. The colors on it were great. The blacks were so black. I've heard a lot of people talk about that, like, oh, OLED TVs, the blacks are so black. Not until you see it in person do you realize what that really means. It was amazing. Something I love about Sony TVs is that their audio system sounds like it's coming directly from the screen. When I've used other TVs or hear other TVs, they've got these speakers that either point down or back against the wall to try to reflect sound to you. For the Sony TVs, it feels like the sound is coming directly from the center of the TV, which is amazing. And the other big plus that I like with Sony TVs is they have Google TV built into it. Google TV is by far my favorite streaming platform, better than Roku, better than Fire TV Stick. Google TV is my favorite and is built into this TV too. Some additional things with Sony is they have got one of my favorite speakers right here, which is the Theater U's. I love these things. So here it is right here. You just put this on your neck and it shoots up surround sound audio up into your ears. It's like having a full surround sound system on your neck. So I do have the Sony Bravia 9 soundbar. I've got the big subwoofer. I've got the rear speakers, and they sound amazing, but they're pretty pricey. If you want a similar experience with the 3D sound and just have it sitting on your neck, these are awesome and a fraction of the price. 34% off. You can pick it up for about $200. And I love these. I did a full video on it and I answered a lot of frequently asked questions that people may have. So I recommend checking out that video, but these are probably one of my favorite additions or accessories to a Sony TV, or really any TV for that matter. Next thing that I wanted to point out also is the brand new Sony headphones. These are the XM6s. This is what it looks like. These are definitely a premium product right here. and the price reflects it. These just came out right now, so we're only seeing a 5% discount, but I actually like them a lot better than last year's model. It just feels more premium. We have got a magnetic latch right here on the front to just kind of open these up, and it latches right there as opposed to a zipper with the one before. They also do fold up like this, so they kind of get a little bit smaller than the previous version right there, but oh boy, these guys are amazing, and they have the best noise canceling in the market for headphones. They're one of a kind. They are absolutely amazing. And like I mentioned, they just came out, so we are only seeing a 5% discount. But if you were in the market, definitely take a look at picking one of these guys up. They do come in black, silver, and they do have a midnight blue. It doesn't look like you can get that one here on Amazon, but you could probably pick that up on the Sony website. If you guys want to check out more of the Sony products, just like the other ones, go to the Sony store. You can see some of their other products. Now, the next thing that we're going to be taking a look at here is Govee. So this is Govee's Table Lamp 2. This is pretty cool because it adds a pop of color to an area while kind of being a lamp. So you can also add some lighting too. That is what we have right here. And what I like, in addition to being able to connect to an app to control everything with it, is that it does have touch buttons here on top. So I can tap on the power right here and turn that guy on, and it has so many different colors going through it. But this lamp right here has 500 lumens, supports Matter, so it does have Matter support. You can put it into your smart home if you want to run any accessories. It's got up to 64 different scenes. So whether that's using it for color modes, scene modes, music modes, this thing does it all. The Govee app is very detailed with all of the different things you can do with it. 30% off, so about $55 for that guy right here. Does support Matter. And we've got a couple other things here from Govee too that I really like. We've got the Floor Lamp 2, also supporting Matter. This one right here has 1700 lumens, so it's brighter than its previous version. It also has an additional light on the bottom. So if we look down here, we've got a light on the bottom that can light up the floor, and that long pole light that you can put into a corner to light up a corner. This thing is going to be ideal for lighting up dark spaces without taking up a bunch of room. Just like with the other one, we've got music sync, scene modes, and it is RGB-IC rated, so you're gonna get some great colors out of this thing. Like with the table lamp, connect that to the app, and you have so many different options of ways you can use this lamp right here. Next up here, we have got the Govee permanent outdoor lights. So I know it's a bit early to talk about the holiday season coming up, but these were some of the most purchased accessory for Christmas of last year. I talked to a couple of Christmas light installers, and they were saying that these lights right here were so hard to get a hold of. Inventory was out everywhere. Anywhere you could pick them up, people were snagging them. And if this is something you're interested in, I definitely recommend grabbing them now, especially with them being on sale. They do come in white and black strings, so depending on the outside of your house. Now, Govee has so many different options. If we take a look right here, here are all their different stuff. And Govee is probably the #1 brand when it comes to colored lighting. So go take a look at the Govee store. They have so many different lights and curtain lights and strip lights. They've got the new Skyline kit. I have not used that one yet, but I did see that at CES. It is pretty cool. We've also got here the Govee Uplighter floor lamp. This thing is amazing. Video is about to come out for this one right here. Love it. Definitely check this one out. 20% off. And it just came out like last week, 2 weeks ago. Definitely worth checking out. Govee has a lot of awesomes. We have got some networking stuff. We've got the Asus BQ16 Pro. This one is my favorite Wi-Fi router mesh system out there. It is the fastest, it's got all the best features, and it does not have anything locked behind a subscription. So you're gonna get full access to everything. However, it is quite expensive at almost $1,000 for a 2-pack. So this being the best of the best, in my opinion, for the price, is 15% off right now. If that is way out of your budget and you want something a little bit more affordable, I highly recommend taking a look at this for mesh Wi-Fi. This is the BE25. It's going to give you up to 5 gigs of speed, and it is also Wi-Fi 7. I recommend if you're picking something up, make sure it's Wi-Fi 7. $150 for this 2-pack. It covers 4,600 square feet. So great option right there. We have got our DeWalt kit right here. So DeWalt is having a 50% off sale on this kit right here. I recommend taking a look at the DeWalt store. Let's click on all deals. And there we go. We can load them up. We can see all the deals that they're having. I like this view right here because it kind of gives you like an overview of all of the DeWalt deals right now. So some awesome stuff if you are in the market for picking up some new tools. And then lastly here, we have got this little guy. This is a MagSafe car mount. So this allows you to take your phone and put it onto a magnetic mount in your car and use it for navigation. That's what I use mine for. And the cool thing is that even if you don't have an iPhone, it comes with a magnetic ring inside of it that you can actually put inside the back of your phone right here. So if you have a phone case, put it into the back of your phone case and it will allow you to put that on there. So really cool option. This one here, 28% off. You can pick it up for $13. Love it. I actually picked up 4 of these when I bought mine. Anyway, those are just some of the deals that we found for this Prime Day. Hopefully that didn't take up too much of your time and you found some great stuff. Let me know down in the description what kind of stuff you're looking for. It helps me curate some of these lists and find the better deals for you. Also a reminder, take a look at the storefront down in the description. I hope you guys find some good deals. If this video is helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys in the next video.